A White House official blamed one of the deadliest floods in Texas on act of God?
People were sleeping in the middle of the night when this flood came. That was an act of God. It's not the administration's fault that the flood hit when it did.
Yeah, that happened. Today, we'll take a look at a trending Chinese news article about this incident and learn some powerful real-life Chinese phrases along the way. I'll read you a short passage from the original Chinese article. Listen carefully. Don't worry if you don't understand it all yet. We'll break it down step by step. 美国白宫新闻秘书卡罗琳·莱维特8日在记者会上说，德克萨斯州致上百人遇难的洪水是天意，不是政府的错。Now, let's break this down. This sentence contains a lot of gold. Let's take it piece by piece. First up, 天意. It means act of God or heaven's intention. In Chinese culture, especially in traditional contexts, 天意 can mean fate, destiny, or something humans can control. It has very poetic, almost spiritual vibe. But here's the thing. When you use 天意 to explain away a disaster, especially one where people died and maybe your government failed to act fast enough, it sounds dismissive, right? Avoiding responsibility. Maybe that's why it blew up online, not just in English-speaking spaces, but in Chinese too. Now, here's another important word, 遇难. 致上百人遇难 caused over 100 people to die in the disaster. Here, 遇 means to encounter, and 难 means trouble or disaster. Put together, 遇难 means to die in a disaster. You won't use these for old age or illness, but for floods, fires, crashes, yeah. And then we get the White House quote, 不是政府的错. It's not the government's fault. This is a classic sentence structure in Chinese. 不是 X 的 Y. It's not X's Y. So, 不是你的错 is not your fault. 不是我说的 it wasn't me who said it. 不是中国的问题 it's not China's problem. This structure is super common. Master it and you sound fluent. No joke. Now let's go a little deeper. So how did Chinese people respond? Chinese media highlighted what American netizens were saying. Let's look at one quote from the article. 洪水是天意，但我们可以预测并做好准备。The flood may be God's will, but we can still predict it and be prepared. Boom! That's where the anger is, right? That's what this story is really about. People are saying, sure, you can believe in fate, but don't use fate as an excuse for bad emergency planning. Now, two more useful phrases in here. 预测, to predict, a very formal word. You'll hear it in news, science, weather. 天气预报 means weather forecast, and 预报 is just another version of 预测。做好准备 to be well prepared. This is so common in daily life. For examples, 我已经做好准备了 I'm ready. I'm well prepared. 考试之前要做好准备 You need to prepare well before the exam. So, this one sentence gives us both some practical Chinese and some deep insight into how people are processing this event emotionally. Now, let's go over the key phrases from today. Repeat after me, and I'll give you some time to say it out loud. 天意 act of God. 遇难 to die in a disaster. 不是政府的错 It's not the government's fault. 预测 to predict. 做好准备 to be well prepared. Not bad, right? If you've made it this far, you've already picked up 5 very real, very useful Chinese expressions. Not from the textbook, but from the real world. Alright, your turn. Pick one of today's phrases, maybe 做好准备 or 不是谁的错 and make your own sentence in the comments below. Write it in Chinese or Pinyin, whatever you're comfortable with. I'll reply to a few and correct them if needed. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button so the algorithm knows you're ready for more. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. In each episode, we take you beyond the textbook into the heart of modern Chinese language and culture. So, see you next time. 再见。